EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, nice move. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. On 1st down, Newton. He's such a good route runner. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Panthers. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air.
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. In for the score. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. Oh, he's going to take it. And this will be caught at the 30. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 45 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Gone!
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And coughed it up, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times, watch him make checks, just like a quarterback.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time. Now Newton on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. from the gun. Here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And his guys are able to strike for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Gano out to kick this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. K1 short. Able to get him for a loss of about 3. On 3rd down, Jackson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Oh, a nice spin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Do some. Ready. Back 80.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point try good by Gano. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Jackson now to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, shifty. Whoa. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Takk McKinley able to get in and bury him well behind the line for a loss of 17.
Gun. White to the 3. 8.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Takk McKinley in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flush to his right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. He's going to let this one go deep. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And his throw is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Jackson on third down, being chased out left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
All right, now, look at 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing again. Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On first down, it's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Newton. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On first and 10, Newton eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Flushed out right. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Johnson. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there just before halftime. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Gone!
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Play action. Now Jackson forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Jackson on first down. Going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet,
and now it's blocked. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.